A very warm welcome to all the viewers watching this show. We are in our 12th episode of Saturday Talk series with experts, and today we're going to discuss with Mr. Triambak Sharma, a renowned cartoonist and founder of Cartoon Watch, on the topic You Too Can Become a Cartoonist. This show is presented to you by Prime Point Foundation, a not-for-profit organization since 2000, which was started to mold youngsters in various spheres of their profession. We have the two initiatives of Prime Point Foundation, which are journalism, and NGPL, Next Gen Political Leaders, started to nurture young political leaders in our country as the associate partners. Mr. Triambak's cartoons were published in the Navabharat and Central Chronicle, and then he joined Dainik Bhaskar and the Hitavara, and he observed that after the closure of famous Shankar's weekly magazine, where no cartoon magazine survived a lot. Thus, he started the only monthly cartoon magazine of India named Cartoon Watch. After 12 years of publication, Triambak had a chance of organizing a 2-week-long cartoon exhibition at Nehru Centre in London. He spent the period in various art schools, cartoon museums, utilizing the opportunity to study the advanced techniques in cartooning. He also visited Bahrain and Nepal for the sole purpose. He instituted an annual competition for budding cartoonists, and he gave annual Lifetime Achievement Award for senior cartoonists and is also awarded by Cartoon Watch. These awards are presented by governor, chief ministers, and other ministers. He has created a cartoon character, Prince, which is being used every month in the e-zine presents for the past 150 months. This cartoon character, Prince, was launched by former Indian President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in July 2008. Welcome to the show, Triambak ji. How are you doing?
Fine, Sukruti ji. How are you?
Fantastic. It is our absolute pleasure.
And you are looking great.
Thank you.
But if a cartoonist appreciates you, you should not be happy.
Okay.
It is possible that he is working.
I know, like I've met you a couple of times, and not only a cartoon, speaks volumes, but yeah, you are really witty, and your wit speaks volumes too.
Yeah, we are meeting after 6 years, I think. 2014, we met in Pune, Cartoon Festival. Yeah, and now you are in Australia. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 years just passed like that.
Yeah. I'm not getting your voice clearly.
Okay.
Voice is missing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I always wanted to ask you this question. Out of all the professions, how did you choose cartoon?
As a profession? No. I have not chosen cartoonist as a profession. Cartoon came to me and asked, you have to do this profession. Actually, it is destined, I think, because my family is very good family and nobody has this bad habit of making cartoons in my family. and uh, Actually, I was working in a newspaper and in the advertisement department, and I got an opportunity by a client because he want a column, everyday column, to give his advertisement under that. And as I was interested in journalism, writing poems and stories, I have many ideas, but I have never drawn cartoons. I was having ideas. Then I picked that opportunity to make a column, cartoon column in 1992, I think. Before that, I was not aware that there is a cartoonist inside me. And this happened accidentally. And then I went deep and deep in this field. So now my passion has become the profession.
That's right. And sir, how interesting and challenging was your journey initially? Because you said you started in 1992 and been like almost like 3 decades. So how was the evolution and what were the challenges that you faced?
Cartoons are already interesting, and you can see to me also as a cartoon, and you find me interesting also as a cartoon, right? Many my friends have saved my number as cartoonist only or cartoon, So cartoonist drawing cartoon is very interesting thing because it's a fun and but it was challenge for me because I was not uh, learned any art form. I have not learned any fine art, and I was not aware how to draw cartoons. I only have ideas and punchlines and comments. So uh, initially, I have made very bad cartoons, and after that, I start searching how to draw, and I got small books of R.K. Lakshman cartoon collection, and I start copying them and observing them how he was drawing and all, and like this I make my lines more good, more better, and it was quite challenging because you are not a cartoonist, and that's why I'm saying anybody can become cartoonist if he has that zeal, that humor, that punch and ideas.
Now this leads to another question for you because you mentioned you don't have art as a background and mainly you had ideas, right?
Yeah.
So I know like you're a very witty person, like you have that that presence of mind, and even like with the presents cartoons it is so relevant, like every month that you draw the cartoons, like we're a big fan of your cartoons because it's so apt for that particular time. So how important is a sense of humor and presence of mind for a cartoonist, Triambakji?
Yeah, it's the basic thing which a cartoonist needs. If he can't draw, there's no problem. But if he does not have sense of humor and he is very good in drawing, he cannot become cartoonist. So you can find many people, many artists are there who have done fine art courses and they are very good in sketch and other paintings and drawing. Even they draw cartoon sketches, but they don't have punchlines because that punchline comes from mind. That's why we used to say that we cannot make cartoonist. There is no institute to teach how to draw cartoons. We can teach how to draw lines, how to draw cartoons, but we cannot teach how to give comment on that because that is the internal thing in idea and humor which comes after a practice, and you should, I think it's a god gift also, you can say. That's why there are very few cartoonists in the world, in India. This is the only profession which is having very few people.
Okay. And can we see any of your sir, can you show that to our viewers? Just a
You
couple
want
of
to?
them.
I, these are the cartoons. Yes. You
Okay.
see,
So what was
this
behind this?
this one is this one is unplugged mic, yeah? And it was the cartoon I made for freedom of expression. The freedom of
Okay.
expression is so it is wordless cartoon, and you
Mm-hmm.
can it wordless means no
Story
word is
behind.
there.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
was this reason behind the unplugged mic, sir? No one can hear him then.
No one can hear. But this is the tragedy of freedom of expression, na?
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I get that now.
Yeah. Everybody,
Okay.
everybody is saying it. Yeah, this is you and me. Hmm?
Uh-huh.
You,
Yes, I
you,
said.
you can see your cartoon here. Huh? You, you,
True.
you like truth, but when I say truth about you, you will not like. Hmm? Yeah?
Very true. Very true. Wow.
This I made on
So
Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi Jayanti, because actually
yes.
what I think,
Mhm.
being a cartoonist, I'm a lover of truth. You know, I came to this field because I love truth, and it is
Mhm.
the only media which is very near to truth to express the
Okay.
truth. Yeah,
Mhm. Wow.
and this is
This
my
what?
card. This is my face. I have 10 faces. I am Ravan.
Wow. And will you leave me if I wear mask? Very apt for Corona times.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is the latest Prince cartoon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
And Prince,
I think I get it now when you say having that idea is the key,
yeah,
because I think being relevant, and with the Gandhi Jayanti cartoon, I'm like, wow, okay. And even the first one, like freedom of expression and the unplugged mic.
yeah.
So how do you think about all this? Like, how is it? How do you conceive the idea? I know it is more into,
Mm.
imagination
It,
and
it, it,
the.
is- it is very difficult to define it because actually it's a divine, I think, divine thing which all the ideas what who are if you are a singer, if you are a writer, if you are a poet, if you'll ask how you do it, they can't answer because it comes from the universe. When you think, close your eyes and think about it, and it comes from the universe, and um, and we say it is our idea, but it comes from the universe. And we write our name Triambak Sharma and that, because that is my idea. But actually, that idea came from the universe, you know. So it's very difficult to define.
True. Like I was actually about to ask, how long does it take, to draw a cartoon? But again, as you say, it is that idea, it is that spark, and it actually happens at the spur of the moment,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So further, so the topic for today is you too can become a cartoonist. So I'm a little shy to ask this. So can anyone, or even can I become a cartoonist, Trambakji?
yeah. Definitely, you can become a cartoonist. I can show you the very simple lines to draw. But
Okay.
actually, what I said,
Mm-hmm.
if you can become cartoonist only if you have idea, if you have comment, if you have humor, right? So that is the basic thing. And other, if you today you can get emojis and other images in the internet, and you can use them also, right? And you can write a person's cartoon. You can write Triambak Sharma there. Then everybody will understand that is a Triambak Sharma, okay? Because you have written the name on that
Right.
cartoon, right? So it's very easy to make. But the punchline, what you write in that, that is the actual idea. That the actual cartoon is idea and comment and humor.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I say anybody can become who has these three things: humor, idea, and punchline. And I think you have that because you are very smiling personality, and you are a very good humorous uh, person.
Punchline, I am
Yeah.
not sure about that, Triambak. So, what I would do is I'll request you to demonstrate a cartoon live.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
Triambak ji?
Yes, I can do it. No problem. And I
Okay.
can show you how you can draw by very simple lines. Okay.
Okay.
And please let me know if you can see that.
Yes, Triambak ji. Yes,
You see,
we can.
you can draw a small, semicircle, or you can say small. Okay.
Okay.
And as I am Triambak Sharma, I am fond of three. Three. You see,
Mm-hmm.
he is having three
Three.
hairs. Ah,
It's their name.
three hairs.
Oh,
And only, you see, only
three
one
dot. Okay, three
dot is
again.
there. Okay, three again. And then
Mm-hmm.
see one, two, and three. Then again you three. Okay. And then
Okay.
again three, one, two, and three.
Wow.
Okay. Now it is only two. So this is me. Ah. And now I'll draw your face. Okay. Here also we have three.
Three.
Your hairs.
Uh-huh.
And three. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one, two, and three.
Okay.
And again one, two, and three. Okay.
Okay.
And this two. So it is very simple to draw cartoon. Anybody can draw, right?
Hmm. Three
I hope
lines. So
three lines.
nice.
Yeah. And but when she will say something, then that
Mm-hmm.
cartoon will be completed. Right? And
Great.
she is asking, right?
Okay.
She's asking who is this Sukrit?
Mm-hmm.
Because every woman will keep eye on his husband. So she's asking who is this Sukriti. So now this is the humor, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want some more?
Fine.
It's okay.
Fun, humor, idea, and punchline. And that is also three, Triambak J.
Yeah. Okay. So I should stop it.
I would love to see another one too. I can't say stop it.
Okay. Then I can draw our prince. Prince, which Dr.
Yes.
Kalam sir has.
Nice.
Prince, I draw prince.
Mm-hmm. This is such a treat to watch.
He's our prince. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, holding a mobile and drawing is a difficult task.
Yes,
But
yes. But sir, Prince is there like
pardon?
take like 20 or 25 seconds, and there we have Prince. Wow.
So this is Prince.
That is fantastic, sir. And I must say, and as you know, like Kalam sir has been a big fan of your cartoons, and he always like kept saying that we should have more characters like Common Man and Prince. So
Yeah,
Prince was something like R.K. Lakshmanan sir's Common Man, and your Prince was something Kalam
yeah.
sir kept going.
I also have my own common man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can show that also to you.
Okay, okay.
It's the final one.
That's a third one. Yes. Triambak G with tree. Yes, that's a third one.
Yeah, everything is three.
Yes.
It looks like Arkalashman's common man also,
Mhm.
but not similar.
Wow. And again, it was matter of few seconds there.
Okay, so
Thank
now
you.
I should stop it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for the cartoon, sir. And I should ask, so how different, was this cartoon world before and after technology, sir? Because we have so many things. Because you will be the right person to answer this because you started in the 90s.
Hmm. Actually, whatever old is gold, you can say, right? And but we have to adopt technology also because technology saves our time. But sometimes I feel that earlier cartoon has a normal body and beautiful soul, right? But
Mhm.
now it is having a beautiful body and not having soul because we have technology has given us so many uh, tools to color it, to make uh, how to easy to draw the cartoon very easily. Earlier, what it was a real art because everything was done by hand, by brush. They have to color with hand only. They have to correct the. Uh, they do not have rubber at that time. They used black color and then white color to edit that, right? So it has a feeling and it has a uh, soul in that because it takes time. It has drawing that cartoon. You should have patience in that at that time. But
Right.
now nobody is having patience because technology is so fast, and thus you can see our cartoons which we have used in this show. It is made
Mhm.
by with the help of an app, right? I have to put my photograph and your photograph, and I have draw that cartoons with the help of the app. It's like Maggie, 2 minute Maggie, noodle. So
That's right.
technology has changed the scenario, and but actual art, wherever it is precious, and technology has downsized that art because uh, nowadays nobody will talk about the original one. Earlier it was a very when I met Mr. Balasaheb Thackeray, he showed me a big cartoon in a frame. Uh, his son brought from Britain, England. It was David Lowe's cartoon. He used to follow David Lowe. So he said it is the original cartoon of David Lowe. This is original.
Okay.
The original nowadays original is missing. Nowadays we do not have any original. We draw in computer and there is no original thing we have, because we draw black and white in the paper and it goes into a computer and we have to color it, and we have to, earlier calligraphy was also there, but nowadays all fonts you will get different types of fonts and all. So it's very drastic change in this field.
So talking about this change, sir, so what are the opportunities for youngsters? Because you actually mentioned not many are there in this field. So what would be the opportunities for youngsters to be part of this field?
Actually, I don't want to spoil anybody and ask them to come to this field, because we are a good spoilers. Huh? Jokes apart, we actually, I asked youngsters who are interested in this field to come to in this field only when they have passion. If they want only a profession, then there are many other professions for bread and butter. They should go for bread and butter and then keep it as a hobby. That will keep them balanced with their mind and finances, right? But if you are dedicated to this field and you want to come to this field anyhow because of your heart, then I welcome them, and there is very many opportunities are there nowadays. If they can become animators, they can become illustrators, they can become, they can make comics, they can make 3D movies, they can go to uh, advertisement departments, ad agencies, right? And uh, freelance work also they can get. So if they are dedicated to this field, they are welcome, they will get the work. But
Okay.
if they have two minds, if they are coming for bread and butter, if bread and butter is important, you should not come here,
That's right.
because passion should turn to the profession. This is the basic.
Okay. And will there be any particular educational qualifications that is required to be a cartoonist, sir?
No, as you know, in our country, there is no educational quality for politicians.
Correct.
Anybody can fight elections, but for cartoonist, at least he should having general knowledge and whatever happening uh, in the world, in the city, in the country, and it can only happen if he is at least have minimum education of college level, right? But it is not of uh, that important if he has sense of humor and brain. So there's no specific thing for that. But we think if, because it's a mind work and knowledge work, you should be educated enough, because you see, in India, uh, Kerala is the most educated state, I think.
Literate, correct.
Literacy rate is maximum there. Yeah. And you will find maximum cartoonists are from Kerala. Yeah, this is because of literacy rate. They are so educated. Only after education you can come to the cartoons, because your brain should be uh,
Full on.
nicely uh, come with the ideas, right? And balance, and uh, having eye on all current affairs, right? It comes only if you are educated. So I think education is must, but some people can also come who are God gifted.
Beautiful. And before we open our session to question answer with the audience, I'll ask one more question, sir. So, can you share your major milestones and interesting events in this journey?
Oh, we are entering our 25th year of publication this next month. 25th year, okay. So in 25 year, we have many milestones. plenty of milestones that we have made. We have made a house of milestones. We have made boundaries of milestones. We have used milestone as a boundary of our house. So, n number of milestones we have achieved. But uh, if we want to share everyone, it will take time. So I should pick 2, 3 milestones. Like you see, I got opportunity to have Dr. Kalam sir as a chief guest of a function of Cartoon Festival in 2011. Okay. That
Okay.
was a major milestone for me as I got blessing of uh, Kalam sir in our function, and he said nice words for Cartoon Watch and Cartoon Field. Similarly, I was very happy when I got opportunity to felicitate Mr. Balasaheb Thackeray as a cartoonist in 2012, immediate after Kalam sir. Because
Okay.
very few people knew that Balasaheb Thackeray was a cartoonist, and he was his cartoons and R.K. Lakshman's cartoons were the same lines. If they will not sign under that cartoons, you cannot uh, differentiate which one is whose, because they
Okay.
both follow David Lowe, that I told that original work came David Lowe. They follow the David Lowe style. So both hand were same. So uh, in 2012, when I got opportunity to felicitate Balasaheb Thackeray, it was a great moment for me. And even India Today wrote in that issue that it is the only honor which Balasaheb Thackeray has received, because no, he has not received any honor earlier than. He has not
Okay.
received any Padma Shri. He did not received any Padma Bhushan. It was the only honor which he received was by the Cartoon Watch. So, and one more, when we started this journey of Cartoon Festival, R.K. Lakshman, we got opportunity to felicitate R.K. Lakshman in 2003. And this year, it is the 100th birth anniversary year of R.K. Lakshman, that common man person, you know. This is Balasaheb Thackeray. He's receiving our award. And see how he's happy. And after 7 months of this event, he died. After 7 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, you see, in our
That is
function, in our function, we have a tradition that our chief guest has to draw a cartoon. We, we,
okay.
we do not do lighting lamp and all, or
Okay.
garlanding a photograph. No, we
Uh-huh.
it is mandatory that everybody who is chief guest of a function, he has to draw cartoon and inaugurate the function. All the chief ministers do that here in Chhattisgarh, and even Kalam sir has done this.
Wow. And so I'm not going to come between your fans and the session. So now I have questions from from our audience. So first question is, can you share with us a few of the noted cartoonists from whom you drew inspiration from?
Yeah, first inspiration was the R.K. Lakshman sir only, because when I started drawing, you see, this was the function in 2003. He's our chief minister, and he's my father. Behind to him, and behind to that, Mr. B.L. Wahi was the cartoonist of Raipur. He is no more.
Okay.
So 3 persons in this photo are no more. Only my father is here. So this was a great event for me, because I learned lot from R.K. Lakshman sir, and he was the best cartoonist in India at that time, and it was my uh, it was very I was very grateful that he came and received this award.
Which should be a special moment, right?
Yeah. And another one, uh, you have read Chanda Mama in your childhood, Chanda Mama magazine. No.
Yes.
Uh,
Tantra, Chanda Mama, all those
Chanda
series.
Mama. In Chanda Mama, there was Vikram and Betal story was there, and that figure was very prominent. Betal is carrying that
Correct.
Vikram. Vikram is
Yes.
carrying Betal.
Yes.
And that was made by a cartoonist, Mr. Shankar, who was in
Mm-hmm.
Chennai. And
Mm-hmm.
I came to know that he is alive. And 2015, I went to Chennai, and Mr. Srinivasan sir was there, and his team was there to help us for that event. And we have
Mm-hmm.
done a very good cartoon festival, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And the chief guest was Mr. N. Ram, who's owner of the Hindu, and we also felicitated two more cartoonists from Chennai. So
Okay.
he's also no more now. Shankar last month only he left us, but so I'm also lucky to have to felicitate him and get his blessings
Mm-hmm.
because we read Chanda Mama in our childhood, and he was above 90 at that time, and he when he passed away he was 97. So
Wow.
cartoonists are very near to hit century, you know.
Actually, that's
So
right.
don't think that you will get rid of me very soon.
Never, never. And sir, on these notes, how was Cartoon Watch born? What is the
Uh,
story
I-
behind the
yeah.
start?
You see, I married on 1st June 1996. Okay, my marriage was on 1st June
1996.
1996, and cartoon was born on the 7th month, December 1996. Normally,
Okay.
normally, a child born in 9 months, but
Mhm.
cartoon was born in 7 months after our marriage. Okay, so I used to crack this joke normally that it's a 7 month baby, right? So actually, when how it was born, because in '92 I started cartoon making cartoons, you know, and after that I went deep and deep. I met all the cartoonists of the India. I
Mhm.
started searching what thing is not happening in this field. So
Mhm.
I had two options. Either I
Mhm.
should be a staff cartoonist in a newspaper in Delhi or Mumbai or any other place.
Mhm.
But I found that every where there are cartoonists and they are working in the newspaper. So, but found that there was a magazine, Shankar's Weekly was there at the time of Nehruji,
Mhm.
and it was the only magazine on cartoons, and it was closed in 1975. Okay, and I was in 1996. You see, after 22 years, I think, even after 22 years or 21 years, you can say, there was no magazine in India on cartoons. There was a huge gap. Then I thought I should do the thing which is not done in this field because everybody is doing drawing cartoons and having service in newspaper and all. So it was a very difficult idea because I was from a middle class family and we have not done any business. My father was in service and everybody said you are daring this and you will very soon you will get rid of this and you will suffer that 1 or 2 years after 1 or 2 years you will close this. But I don't know how that energy came and I said no, I have to do it because I told you if we think about money we cannot do. Only passion can do it. And it happened in December 1996. And with God's grace, we are entering the 25th year of publication, which people said that after 2 or 3 years, we'll get back to your service and we'll stop publishing this magazine. So
Wow. 25 years.
25 years. Yeah.
Wow. And what was the story behind this cartoon, sir?
This,
Fumbles.
pardon?
Yes. Yes.
This one,
What was
what you're saying?
so what is the story behind this particular cartoon? It talks about the farm bills.
This cover page. This is the cartoon by Subhani. He's a cartoonist from Hyderabad
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
he's a very good cartoonist. And He's a staff cartoonist of Deccan Chronicle. Okay, and recently, central government has bought a farm bill, and uh, many the villagers and farmers are against this bill, and even opposition is against the bill. And this is the conflict we want to show that um, farm bill is coming in a big way, and a small tractor is stopping it. And
Ah,
it's the obstacle of the path, So
yes, yes.
this is the cartoon. This is our recent cover page of October issue.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. And now a quick question. So now we have the 3D cartoons that are emerging, right? So
Yeah.
how different is it to the, the drawing of your cartoon?
Actually, 3D cartoons, uh, if you have seen Aaj Tak, there is a So Sorry comes, right? Similarly, that's animation work. And
Mm-hmm.
similarly, they have made here in Chhattisgarh, sorry sir, 3D is used for animation. 3D cartoons are for animation to walk, dancing, singing, fighting, right? So you can
Mm-hmm.
see live as a film. Then 3D characters are very difficult to make and also very easy to if you can make one figure at a time, then you can use it several times. So it's one side it is difficult and one side is it's also very mm, helpful technology to create short animations, short stories, short humor. So we are also working on 3D. You can see
Mm-hmm.
in our YouTube. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, we'll do that. And sir, there is a question about the online cartoon museum. So it is, how did you get the idea of starting it?
Yeah, actually, I went to London in
Mm-hmm.
2008 and 2006. Twice I went to London, and there I saw cartoon museum in London. Then I thought there is no cartoon museum in India. There is no history on cartoons in India. So I thought earlier I thought to have a physical museum like I saw it in London, uh, but for that I have to purchase land and to construct a building, and then if I start museum in Raipur, how Sukruti from Australia can come and see it, how Mr. Srinivasan can come from Chennai and see it. Then I thought we should make a cartoon museum which is online, which Sukruti can also see in Australia and Srinivasan sir can also see in Chennai. Then in our YouTube channel, we made a cartoon museum, and it feels like walkthrough that you are entering in the museum and you are seeing all the frames. And this way, we had many cartoon museum buildings. In every building, you will find 36 frames and different with different names: R.K. Lakshman Cartoon Museum, Shankar Pillai Cartoon Museum, and we have uh, old stuff, Shankar Swigley's old magazines, Dharmyug, Illustrated Weekly, and we have seen cartoons of 50 years back, but you can cherish now also. You can enjoy it now also. They are all-time cartoons. They are not political cartoons. They are social cartoons and humorous cartoons. And we want to save that, to preserve that. That's why we started this cartoon museum, and we are in process of that, and we are making one or two museum every month.
Okay, okay. And how was I think like with the advent of COVID, I was about to ask how is the response, like how are people enjoying it? But I think everything has become virtual with the COVID scenario now. So
Yeah, but cartoonists are the actually like astrologer, because
you,
cartoonist what we depict it happens after some time. Whatever
That
humor, you see, earlier when there was no water was not sold. Nowadays we are drinking water bottles now. But in
correct.
our grandfathers were never they never thought that water anybody will sell the water also.
Right.
But at that time it was humor. Our grandfathers say पानी भी बेचेगा क्या तू पानी पानी का भी पैसा लेगा क्या right
That's
will you
right.
take money of water that was the humor but
Correct.
now it is true so that's why I say cartoonists are like astrologer what we depict it happens similarly what was your question right now
So I was actually asking who are the audience like taking when it comes to the on
virtual
virtual.
that's what I'm saying we made cartoon museum 2 years back right
Correct.
Corona came this year because we think beyond what will happen. So virtual, already we have our website, already we have our e-magazine and print magazine also, and YouTube. This all the Sorry Sir and the Cartoon Museum and other short animations. So we can see the future, I think.
Correct. And I should say, even from the Simpsons cartoons and things like that, like jokingly, they would say there will be a machine that gives you pizza, a
Yeah,
lot of very funny, like long time ago, but
but
now
but
it is
but all is coming true.
correct.
All is coming true. Huh? Now,
Correct.
very soon we will get the robots in our house.
That's right.
But
We all we,
we use as a humor. Our wife will say, "मैं कोई robot नहीं हूँ," right? I am not the robot. You are asking tea and coffee again and again, right?
that's
But
right.
very soon it will be replaced by robot, right?
Very true. And sir, I must say, like, I would end up with this one last question because I can go on and on with you. We have a lot of questions pouring, but I will, wrap up with this one last question. So, can you share a few fields where cartoonists are required? So, I think
Yeah.
you did mention few areas, but yes, again, if you could.
I think cartoonists are required in every field because Arkell Experiment said that a cartoonist can, if you send a cartoonist to heaven, he will search mistakes in there also, right? So we are a very good uh, observer of mistakes. If you want, I think uh, management people have not yet uh, thought about us. Otherwise, if you want to check out how your office is working, how your industry is working, how your other institutions are working, you just send a cartoonist to go through there and meet people and come, right? He can bring all the drawbacks of the institution within 1 or 2 days. These are the loopholes, these are the drawbacks, this should not happen, right? So you see, this is a great thing which a cartoonist can do, but this is a very futuristic thing which will happen. But what you are asking about is that is animation. I told animation industry is booming, and even if you are a good animator, you are getting work sitting in your home from abroad. Okay, and graphic designers are used in newspapers, magazines, and TV channels, right? And similarly, comics, illustration of comics, Indrajal comics, and many new comics are there. Scientific comics are there, and graphic novels are also there, and portrait making, paintings, and
The cartoons, like the ones we see in TV, like the cartoon.
yeah, they can draw for ad agencies. You have seen Amul ad,
Correct. Utterly but
utterly
delicious.
but delicious. Similarly, there are cartoon is the only thing which can be connected to any field. Any field means any field. Even you will send to a hospital, and we can make cartoons for them with positive notes for patients, right? So it is a also a therapy. Cartoon therapy can also come. If you saw positive cartoons to them, you display cartoons on your walls. You should see all cartoons daily in the corridors of hospitals. It will change the mindset of doctors and patients. Similarly, we can draw cartoons for uh, police stations, for railway stations, for aerodromes. Wherever awareness we have to create, cartoonish, cartoons can be used as a best tool because it is the best media to communicate the message. Even for persons who is illiterate also can understand cartoon without words.
That's right. Very, very well said, sir. And you have like different dimensions as well that you've added, like where you could observe.
I hope you will find a job for me to uh, check out the industries in Australia.
Definitely, sir. Wow. Yes, I see the wit here, totally. And so, like, if audience have to get in touch with you if they have like a lot of questions, because we do have questions pouring. So, what would be the best, way for us to connect with you, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be your contact.
Yeah. cartoonwatch@gmail.com. 98261533840. Who is this
Okay.
Triambak Sharma? You know him? I will try to call him.
Wow, I can't match this wit, definitely. And I can't believe like I've gone over time as well, and it's been about 50 minutes with our session, and it just feels like it started.
It's all because of your beautiful face,
Oh, sir, is it wit again?
No.
I'm sure. I know. Yes.
It's the tragedy of cartoonists, when we say truth, you will say it is wit. And when we'll say wit, you will say it is truth.
So I'm not sure where yes it stands, and I should thank you so much for being part of our show, and it was very interesting. And the three tips from cartoons I still remember. One is humor,
Yeah, an idea.
and punchline.
Punchline.
Punchline. So thank you so much for your time, sir. Seriously, it was completely amazing show that we had. And I should also thank Mr. Srinivas Gopal from our backend team, who's been supporting us for the past 12 episodes. Without him, yes, I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be this confident because he keeps sharing about programs going live, audio, video, everything is clear. So thank you so much.
I'm also thankful to you and Srinivasan sir and Srinivas Gopal both. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. And until the next episode, this is your Sukruti Narayanan, your host, signing off from Sydney. So stay safe and let's maintain social distance.